Hi, my name is Dr. Homian. I represent Benetech. Benetech is an international NGO serving the print disabled across the globe. Our flagship program is called Bookshare. And Bookshare is the world's largest online accessible library where we serve more than 8 lakh people across the globe with more than 13 lakh digital titles which are accessible. Accessible means they can be read on multiple devices like your smartphones, with your Android devices, with your iOS devices, on Windows laptops, or you could also use your fingers to read them using refreshable braille displays. This program globally serves people who cannot read standard printed material. Hence, we provide them a digital accessible copy of the digital text. But in India, the program has a different purview. In India, we focus more on digital literacy. Why digital literacy? Because traditionally, the blind have been taught using Braille. Now, Braille is a non-inclusive medium. If I know Braille, if you don't know Braille, probably we are not able to converse using the same medium. Hence, what we have to do is allow our students, the visually impaired students, to read and write in such a way that they can connect with the mainstream. And that is using digital technology. Digital technology doesn't mean anything hi-fi. It means simple use of Android devices, smartphones, or Windows-based laptops to read and write and communicate with the mainstream world in a manner that is inclusive. This program leads to more and more children get admissions into the mainstream schools, into the mainstream colleges, allow them to choose subjects like STEM, that's maths and science, to have different career prospects. So all this is possible because of digital literacy. My colleague here, Zainab, is now going to demonstrate how we use technology, and Sanjog is going to showcase how Android phones can be used for reading and writing. Over to you, Zainab.
So, as Dr. Humair just said, that inclusivity. So, think about a small child named Robert, goes to school. He's in a non-blind school, he's in a mainstream school. How does he be included? So, teacher confused, child confused, parents confused. Now, there's one very bright teacher. She comes in and she introduces the magnetic slate. What is this magnetic slate? The moment you'll put your pen, a ball like this will pop out. So, like you teach the normal students to write in a book, sleeping line, standing line, this is standing line, sleeping line. Instead of this Robert writing, blind child writing in the text notebook, he'll be writing on the magic slate and feeling also. Sleeping line, standing line. So, he gets to touch the tactile as well as he even understands how the sleeping lines are. Now, teacher has to start teaching the boys alphabets. Sighted children write in the text notebook. So, first thing the teacher does is gives them the feel of each alphabet, how it is written. Like this, you feel the stencil and you touch, you come to know, oh, A is written like this. Then she even makes them feel on the tactile books. A, no, all A to Z is here. So he feels here. Then what she does is, she takes the pen or pencil, puts this stencil on the book and makes him write inside the stencil. Why is this useful? For him to learn how to do signature in the future. Then, now this Robert cannot see. So he'll be using technology with screen reader. So she connects the keyboard to the computer. She starts her computer. She presses A and she'll make the screen reader say A. Okay. So he even hears the sound of A and how it is pronounced. Okay. Then he goes little higher. He needs to learn math. He needs to learn geography. How will he do that? Now, all blind children do not have an idea of the geographical map, how each country is, what is the shape, where is it surrounded, what is around it. So you use these TLMs, the geography TLM, that is the tactile book. Okay, so you feel like this. Oh, this country's shape is like this. These waves are water. And he, along with the sighted child, has an idea of the map. Then now comes math. How is she going to teach him math? Robert is very interested in math, but he doesn't know how a straight line looks, what is an obtuse angle, what is an acute angle. So what she does is she makes him feel these lines and makes him know how these angles are. Obtuse angle, acute angle, all these angles, shapes. Now he's learned how to feel them, but now he needs to draw them. So what she does is she gives him this accessible geom kit. This geometry kit, you have to put this protractor kind of a thing, attach it to the paper, draw these with the attach with this, draw the line, and it's a 0.5 distance measurement difference, and he learns geometry this way. Now from class 5 onwards, all these TLMs change. So what is he supposed to do now? How will he learn all the advanced things? So the teacher introduces him to technology. Now his best friend technology comes into role play. All these TLMs have made his base strong. Now, Sanjog, can you please show how he'll start reading using technology?
So this is Sanjog. So my colleague Zainab has told us about the tools that is used by the students who are small. Now imagine the student coming in the higher grades. So his subjects will become more complex. Role of books becomes important. So how will he read books? So here Bookshare comes in. So Bookshare, as we have told earlier, provides accessible books. Now, okay, books available, but where the person will read the books? For reading, if someone can afford it, you can buy a Windows machine, Windows computer, or a laptop. But as you know, the laptops or the computers are slightly expensive. Not everyone can afford it, right? So what we have come up with is something which is very affordable, available, and accessible, which is our Android. Almost every family has an Android phone these days. So yeah, so I will show you how to read a book in an Android phone and how the student will also write using the same device. Okay, so here comes the reading part. We managed to procure this Android device. So as you can see, a book is being displayed here. Where does this book came from? This came from our 13 lakh books collection from Bookshare. So we have downloaded the book into this device, and the student will be able to use this book in a classroom environment without any internet connection. So let us see how the person will read books. So here, as you can see, at the bottom, we have this large play button.
Play pause button.
Large numbers of people are crossing the desert in a single file holding flags of Germany and Hungary. The sky is full of angels looking down on them, and in the center is Jesus holding a cross. 6. Want the dream of worldwide democratic and social republics, the pact between nations.
Pause.
So as you heard as well as saw on the screen, there was an image above which was being described to the student. So the student, even if the person is totally blind, will also be able to understand the image. And if you can notice here, the text, when the text-to-speech was reading the text, it was being highlighted by yellow color. So this is how a low vision student or a person with learning disability or a person with total blindness, in short, persons with print disabilities, can read textbooks. there are various what we call it configuration that a person can do according to his or her own needs. For example, they can increase the font, they can decrease the font, they can change the font color, the background, the text size, yes, and even the highlight color as well. Yeah. Okay, so this solves the reading portion. But as you know, in school, reading is not the only part. We also focus on writing. The regular students do write in the notebook holding their pens. So how a person with, let's say, visual impairment will write in a manner which is understood by the teacher. So let us see that. So we have done with the reading part. Now let us move on to the writing part. So for writing, we have the simple solution. This is a keyboard. It's a normal keyboard which is available, I guess, in every computer shop or even online. Worth rupees, it starts from 350 rupees. And how to connect this keyboard to the phone? What we have been using is a simple OTG cable. This is just 50 rupees or 100 rupees. So basically, in under 500 rupees, you are converting this Android phone into a mini laptop. So instead of spending 25 to 30,000 rupees on a laptop, you are just spending, let's say, a 10,000 rupees phone plus 500 rupees the setup. So in just 10,500 rupees, you are getting a laptop, right? So you can open any. So the student, how he will write. He will open any application. We prefer this application called Notepad Free because it is very simple. What I have done here is I have stuck bindis on this keyboard. If you can see, it's on number 5, it's on 0 as well. So these bindis helps us to find certain keys faster. So let's see. I am typing. So
Capital T.
this
A. A deleted.
is a demo
Demo.
for
4. N. X. Exhibition.
exhibition.
Organized. I. Capital S. A. 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 Samarthanam.
Right. So this is how student can write in classroom. My phone is good because I have been using keyboard from last 10 years. So with practice, the student will also be able to type as fast as I am right now.
Clear text.
What was will do in a classroom environment is the teacher who is sighted can see what the student is doing. Later on, the student can do his homework or assignments on his or her own self. And finally, during exams, the main problem with persons with visual impairment is when they give exams, they are dependent on scribes or writers. So now what happens is when a person uses a scribe, sometimes, we don't really know what he is writing, what the scribe is doing in the text, exam paper. So this setup solves even that dependency on someone else to write an examination for you. The student can use the mobile phone in the examination, or if the center allows, he can use the computer provided by the center to give the examination.
So, as we saw, the entire demonstration completely makes it very clear how we can include children with visual impairment and learning disabilities in a mainstream classroom. Now, it's just not including them in the mainstream classroom, but if these children start using digital tools from a young age and grow with technology, these children will have enough skill sets to be employed when they come out of the academic system. They'll be able to process any jobs which are meant for persons with visual impairment. And there are more than 183 different job roles across 28 domain sectors where persons with visual impairment can work efficiently using technology. So our aim as Bookshare is to empower persons with blindness and low vision to become employable citizens of the future. We encourage all blind schools to connect with us. We are ready to partner with them, share our experience. We are currently working with 15 plus schools across India, but 15 is too small a number. So you'd like to connect with more schools across India, help them digitally transform their systems to make their students more empowered.